Begin to breathe length and life in and up your spine. Begin to broaden across the chest and the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and retain it at the top. Exhale slowly. Let's do it again. Deep breath in and hold. Ujjayi, exhale. And then one more time. Deep breath in and hold. Ujjayi, exhale. And as you blink the eyes softly to open. And let's start by standing at the top of your mat. So coming into your Tadasana. Begin to deepen, right? Soften the toes, but start to engage, right? Engage in the thighs. Lengthening, opening up, and soften where you need to soften. Urdhva Hastasana, let's extend the arms straight up on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back to plank. We'll pause here for several breaths. So as you spread the fingers, pressing up, right, create some space. And then do what you need to do to create a little bit more stability. Be able to experience that length. So shift forward on the inhale. Lower all the way to your bellies on the exhale. Uncurling the toes. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Lower on the exhale. Pressing up to your knees on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. And then once there, let's rise high on the tips of the toes. Exhale as you bend your knees. Straighten the legs on the inhale. Descending your heels on the exhale. Again, let's rise high on the toes. Exhale as you bend. Straighten the legs on the inhale. Descending your heels on the exhale. And then one more time, let's rise high. Exhale as you bend your knees. Straighten the legs here. Descending your heels on the exhale. And then very slowly, walking your feet forward to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Exhale, your prayer hands over center. And then Tadasana. Let's do it again. Let's reach the arms high on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Halfway lift here. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. And then upward facing dog on the inhale. Let's pause here for a few breaths. So as you spread your fingers, begin to draw the chest through. Then rolling the shoulders down and back. They may be firming up your thighs perhaps a bit more. Take a deep breath. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Let's take a few breaths here. So listen, check out your chest and your shoulders. Feel free to make any adjustments, maybe bending your knees, just letting your head go. Relaxing your jaw. Take a deep breath in. Bottom of your exhale, step or walk your feet forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Per hands to heart center. And then Tadasana. Let's do it one more time. Let's reach the arms high on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Halfway lift. Find some more lift maybe. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Check in with your elbows and your forearms, yeah? Upward facing dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Let's take a few breaths here. Let's take a deep breath in. Bottom of your exhale, step or walk your feet forward. Halfway lift here. Exhale, forward. Arms, let's reach them high on the inhale. Exhale, your per hands to heart center. And into the asana. Let's add a twist. Let's extend the arms high on the inhale. On the exhale, sweep the right arm back. Take the left arm forward. So then pause here. So continue to energize the arms. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. And then relax the shoulders. Maybe softly taking your gaze just over the extended right arm. Nice. Let's untwist. Let's sweep the arms high again. Exhale again. Right arm back, left arm forward. Again, let's reach the arms high. Then exhale. Can you slow it down even more? And we'll pause here. So again, continue to energize, relax the shoulders, lengthen, and then soften the gaze. Nice. Let's untwist on the inhale. On the exhale, let's do the opposite side. Left arm back, right arm forward. Pausing right here. So can you firm up your thighs a bit more? Can you energize the arms a bit more and relax the shoulders? Untwist. Let's reach the arms high. Again, exhale, open up to your left. Nice. Let's untwist. Let's reach the arms high. Again, exhale as you open to the left. Can you relax the shoulders a bit more? Let's untwist. Let's reach the arms high. Exhale as you fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back to plank. So we'll pause here in that plank for several more breaths. Then can you give yourself maybe a little bit more space as you lengthen out through the crown of your head, pressing through the heels. Nice. Take a deep breath. Downward facing dog. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Bottom of your exhale, step or walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high into the sky. Exhale, your prayer hands to heart center. And then Tadasana. So there we go. Let's add some more movement to that. Let's extend the arms high on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Halfway lift here. Exhale, left foot step it back, left knee to the mat. So uncurling the toes, equal weight in the right foot. So I want you to move it to where you get that equal weight. And then give yourself some space. So tenting the fingers, shifting your hips, reaching your sternum forward, maybe closing your eyes here. And maybe you keep your eyes closed as you extend the arm straight up to the ceiling. Inhale. On the exhale, bend the elbows and open. Again, arms straight up on the inhale. Bend the elbows and open on the exhale. One more time, arms high. Relax the shoulders here. Bend the elbows. Right, so maybe shift forward a little bit more. Begin to round back. So opening up the chest and shoulders, soften the gaze, relax your throat and your tongue. So taking that pressure out of the lower back. Gaze forward, let's reach the arms high. Put our hands to heart center. Let's shift here. Then let's add in our twist to the right.
So that twist doesn't have to be a prayer hand twist. Remember that, right? So maybe taking that left hand to the inside, maybe curling the back toes under to straighten the back leg. Allow yourself just to feel that twist from the inside. Make it less about arm to leg contact and more about how you're breathing, where you're letting go. Nice. If the left knee is off the mat, keep your twist, return it back to the mat. Take a deep breath here. Let's fold forward to frame the foot. Inhale as you straighten the right leg, rock back on the heel. We'll just pause here. Shifting forward on the inhale. And then mindfully on the exhale, shifting back. So stretching the hamstring. Chest is lifted. Inhale as you shift forward. Then exhale as you shift back. One more time, let's shift forward on the inhale. And on the exhale, let's shift back. So maybe give your hamstring some space by sliding the heel forward. So maybe you point the toes, lift the chest, reach your sternum forward, and then experience it flexing the toes, right? Really digging into the right heel. So maybe taking that stretch a little deeper in the hamstring. Feel free if you want to slide the foot further, the heel a little further forward. So working out of maybe the half split and maybe working toward the modified full. And then again, reaching the sternum. Notice, right? Notice what happens if you round the shoulders. Allow the head to hang heavy. See what that's like as you really dig into the heel, reach the sternum forward. So work on flattening out the back. Maybe sliding the left foot back. And then again, just hinging at your hips. So working chest towards thigh and to making it about where the forehead goes. Gazing just beyond the toes. The breaths here. And slowly as you begin to slide the right heel in, curl the back toes and straighten your back leg. And then very carefully step your back foot forward to meet your front. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Exhale as you fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. On the exhale, let's step the right foot back, right knee to the mat, framing the left foot, uncurling the back toes, and again, equal weight distribution in that front foot. So space to breathe as you shift, and then lengthen, and then reach the sternum forward, maybe closing the eyes. Let's reach the arms high. So notice if there's weight, heaviness in the hips. As you reach the arms high, can you begin to lift up out of the hips, right? So start to feel a little more coolness. And as you energize the arms, relax the shoulders, maybe even spreading the fingers wider, and then really start to fingertips. Take a deep breath. Bend the elbows and open the chest. Again, arms high on the inhale. Bend the elbows and open. And then one more time, arms high here. Exhale, bend, right? So let's shift, lengthen, begin to round back, softening where you need to soften, right? Remember, let go where you need to let go. See what it's like if you're sitting heavy into the lower back and you continue to lengthen the spine, even though you're bending backwards, opening up the chest. Let's gaze forward, let's reach the arms high. Put our hands on heart center. Let's shift. Let's twist. So allow your twists to look different based on what you're experiencing. And again, see if you can feel that twist from the inside. And that's about really cranking and more about feeling, more about letting go, softening, just embracing where you are right now. What you are truly experiencing in your body. A couple more breaths right here. Feel free to curl the back toes and straighten the back leg. Notice if you're gripping the mat. See what happens if you ungrip the mat. Again, if the if the knee is off the mat, the back knee, return it, keep your twist. Take a deep breath. Fold forward to frame the front foot. Let's shift forward on the inhale. Now on the exhale, very gently, start to shift back. And again, shifting forward on the inhale. Straightening your left leg, shifting back on the exhale. Again, let's shift forward. So notice the action of the spine, right? The shoulders, the chest. Exhale as you shift back. Is there a tendency to round? Right? What happens if you lift? Shift forward again, last time. Exhale as you shift back. Again, feel free to give the hamstring some space. Can you give yourself more space between your torso and your thigh? And then really begin to dig into the heel without rounding the shoulders, right? Just hinging at your hips forward. And then feel free again. Give yourself that space that you need to accommodate what you're experiencing right now. Notice what's going on. Where you're the tightest, maybe this hamstring is a little tighter. How can you modify something in the leg? Whether it be front leg, back leg. Maybe you need more space. You can always hit your fingers. Maybe you flex the toes. Maybe that allows you to breathe with a little bit more ease. Maybe you extend the toes. And that allows you to breathe with a little bit more ease. Allows you to stay connected to the in-breath as well as the out-breath, that it's smooth, steady. Not really good. A couple more inhales and exhales. And then slowly, as you begin to slide the left heel in, let's bend the left knee and then shift forward. And then curl the back toes, straighten the back leg. And then step your back foot forward to meet your front. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Curl hands over at center. And then Tadasana. Here we go. Let's reach the arms high on the inhale. And then very mindfully, very slowly, folding forward. So make it a pose in itself. Halfway lift here. Left foot step it back. Framing the right foot. So we'll keep the right knee bent. And then we'll give ourselves some space. Again, feel free to tip the fingers. Feel free to slide the left foot back more. Engage your belly. Hug your right hip back. And then begin to reach your sternum forward. And then even here, start to find some lightness. So as you work those hips in opposing directions, begin to lift up. And let's reach the arms high on the inhale. On the exhale, bend the elbows. Again, arms high here. Bend the elbows. Let's reach the arms high. Bend the elbows. So maybe you interlace the fingers behind your back. As you begin to shift your hips forward, begin to round back, opening up across the chest and the shoulders, inviting yourself to close your eyes, and just trusting that you're okay. Embracing that little wobble. And then how are you reacting to what you're experiencing? Where can you let go? Where can you trust a little bit more? Nice. Let's take your gaze forward. And then let's step the back foot in a bit. And then very slowly begin to transfer the weight into the right foot. So warrior three. Yeah. So interlace version is just one version, right? You can always take your hands to your hips. You can take the arms out to the side. You can take palms at heart center. You can take the arms forward. You can take the hands to the mat, right? And then see if you can create a little bit more space, especially if the torso, the stomach, is really engaged with the thigh, a little tougher to breathe. So begin to lift up, right? Find some lightness if the hands, if the fingertips are on the mat. Block is fine. A couple of books. Keep breathing. Nice. Maybe lift the chest a little bit more. Begin to lift up out of the right hip, right? Hug that outer hip, right hip in. And then very slowly, as you return and bend to your right knee, crescent, let's reach the arms high. Put our hands to heart center. We'll shift, and then do your best to really find some coolness in that burning probably in the right hip as you begin to twist to your right. Your back knee could always come to the mat. Maybe your left elbow's outside the thigh, maybe your right hand's on your right hip. So we're still lifting the chest, and we're gonna relax the shoulders. Again, allow yourself to really feel that twist from the inside. Beautiful, take a deep breath in. Fold forward to frame the front foot. Have your back foot, step your back foot forward to meet your front. And halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Pausing right here in Urdhva Hastasana. Just take this moment to settle yourself. Right? So thighs are engaged. The breath is lifting up the spine into the sides of the waist, and then notice what's happening with the shoulders. Can you relax the shoulders, right? Keep that energy in the arms, but relax the shoulders. Maybe firming up your thighs. Notice if your lower back is feeling some tension there, some discomfort, like you're sinking there. Start to draw the front ribs in towards the back ribs. And then maybe even see if you can lift your back ribs off the waist. Envision that, feel that in your body. Maybe you reach a little higher, but relax the shoulders. Maybe spread the fingers and lengthen through the fingertips. Nice. Now close your eyes. A couple more breaths right here. Where can you let go? Take a deep breath. Fold forward on the exhale. Halfway lift here. Let's work the second side. Right foot, step it back. And as you bend the left knee, crescent. Let's reach the arms high. So if you feel like you're on a tightrope, right, and the space between your feet is here, feel free to make that happen. Maybe sitting a little deeper. Again, reaching and lengthening and then letting go. Take a deep breath. Bend the elbows and open the chest. Again, arms high here. Bend the elbows and open. One more time, arms high. Bend the elbows. And interlace the fingers. As you shift, begin to lengthen as you start to softly round back. Softly relaxing your throat. Softly, maybe closing the eyes. And just allow yourself to truly listen. Good. As you take your gaze forward, step your back foot in a bit, and then begin to transfer your weight onto the left, floating that right leg lightly off the mat. Notice that the hip wants to open, so start to square off the hip, so inner thigh engages, right thigh. Maybe prayer hands, maybe arms out to the side, maybe hands on your hips, perhaps arms out in front of you, or maybe hands to a block, or your mat. Again, see if you can create as much space. Then soft bend in your left knee as you turn your right foot to the mat. Crescent high lines as you reach the arms high. Exhale as you slowly fold forward. Plant your hands, stepping back to plank. So really pausing here, spreading your fingers. Spread your fingers, but not gripping the mat. So that meaty portion, can you press there, right? And then start to press up as you wrap the triceps. Feel free to move the feet back a bit. Check in with your lower back, reaching your sternum forward. Let's come into Vasisthasana. Left ankle is going to stack on the right. Begin to broaden across the back, right? So opening up your chest. Not a lot of weight in the right shoulder, right? Which equates to heavy hands, right? Can you press the mat away from you? Can you reach a little further? As you explore, play with the arms and the legs. Maybe a few more breaths. Nice. Squaring off the hips, coming back in the plank. Then let's work the second side. Again, begin to broaden. Notice if you're collapsing forward as opposed to broadening across the chest, or the back rather. Chest opens up. And then maybe lifting the left hip a little higher because you're noticing there's a lot of pressure in the shoulder. And where can you smooth out your breath? And then squaring off your hips, coming back into plank. And then downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths right here. And take a deep breath in. Bottom of your exhale. Step or walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Nice. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Exhale, your prayer hands to heart center. Then close the eyes. Bow in the chin. Take a deep breath in. Audible exhale out. Deep breath in. Audible exhale. Let's do it one more time. Deep breath. Releasing your hands to your side body. Tadasana. Let's reach the arms high on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Stretch out the hips, halfway lift on the inhale. Left foot stepping way back. So let's windmill your hands open, warrior two. So give yourself the space that you need to find stability, but at the same time, some lightness. Breathing into the sides of the waist. Energizing the arms, relaxing the shoulders as you lengthen through the fingertips. Be mindful. Check out the right knee. So inner knee works towards the outer knee, maybe sitting a little deeper. Flipping your front palm, reverse warrior on the inhale. Let's come into the side angle on the exhale. We'll just pause there for a breath or two. Reverse warrior on the inhale. And then side angle on the exhale. Again, reverse warrior here. Nice. On the exhale, let's reach the right arm way out in front of you. Plant it to the outside of your foot. Big giant circle. Take your left arm and sweep it all the way up and over. And then plant it to the inside of your foot. Pivot into your back toe. Step your back foot forward to get your front. Halfway lift on the inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Exhale as you fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Here we go. Second side, right foot step it back. Warrior two. Good. Feel free to distance the feet. Really firming up that right thigh. Find that lightness. So notice what it feels like to feel heavy. Maybe just sink there. Feel that. Then notice what it's like to act as if you're trying to create a ripple in the center of your mat. Start to hug the feet in towards one another. Feel that lightness there. The same energy reaching forward and reaching back, and you relax the shoulders. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. And then we'll come mindfully. Let's come into side angle again. Inhale, reverse warrior, slow and steady. Exhale, side angle. One more time, reverse warrior. And on the exhale, side angle. And pausing there. Allow yourself to broaden across the back. Start to feel that lightness, that same lightness that you felt in that Warrior 2, to where there's not a lot of heaviness, not a lot of burning sensation, heat in the hips. Begin to lift up though. So elbow lightly on the thigh. Reverse Warrior. Giant, big circles. Reaching the left arm forward, plant it to the outside, right arm sweep it all the way up, 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 up and over, and then plant it, pivot onto your back toes. Step your back foot forward, or your front foot back to meet your back. And then pausing. And let's just challenge ourselves a bit, right? Forearm plank, we'll come there. Right, your choice, palms down, palms in, interlace fingers, your choice. Triceps wrapping in towards one another, firming up your thighs and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight arm plank. Nice, same thing, spread the fingers, press up here, wrap the triceps in. Can you lengthen out through the crown of your head more and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, firm up the thighs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, forearm plank. And hold it here for 10. Your knees can always assist you. 9, 8, 7, 6. Wrap those triceps in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank. Down facing dog. Nicely done. Let's breathe. If you need to lower to your knees, lower to them. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Bottom of your exhale, step or walk your feet forward. Halfway lift here. Exhale, forward. Inhale as you reach the arms high. Prayer here to the heart center. And then Tadasana. Here we go. So we're working into half moon. Let's reach the arms high on the inhale. On the exhale, we'll come into Utkatasana first. Well, something I was playing with earlier. See what you like, what you think about it. And then let's take the arms out to the side. And then left elbow onto the right. So we're coming into eagle arms. And then as you drop the hips, lift the chest. And as you take the weight in the right, here we go. Coming in that full eagle, wrapping the foot, dropping the hips, lifting the elbows. Embrace that wobble, right? How do you react to the wobble? Does it cause you to lose your balance? And if you do, so what? Right? Jump right back in it. Does it make you want to like give into it and topple over? Or does it just allow you to notice it? And then the role of your breath, bring that into the equation. All right, so here we go. We're going to keep eagle arms. We're going to reverse out Warrior 3. We've already been there. We've got a different arm position. So a little challenging, right? But very doable. So from here, eagle arms, we're going to open up Ardha. So we're going to release the eagle arms. We're still balancing on one leg. Right arm down, left arm up. And guess what? We're going to do the reverse of that. Again, squaring off the hips, coming back into eagle arms. Then very slowly begin to draw your left foot up. Then we'll return to eagle legs. Just embrace the wobble. Thank goodness we only have two sides. Slowly, as you reverse out of all that, sweeping the arms high, pausing there. Utkatasana. Anybody else sweating besides me? Let's take the arms out to the side. And then right elbow under left. Right, and then maybe as you drop the hips, lift the elbows. Then let's come into eagle legs, right knee over left. Yeah, as you again, maybe drop the hips, lift the elbows, and relax the shoulders. And then we're going to keep the eagle arms. We'll come into warrior 3. And here we go. Half moon. Release the eagle arms, left arm down, right hand to the hip. Maybe the left hand never even touches the mat. Floating the right arm high. Broadening across the back. And then squaring off the hips, coming back into eagle arms first.
Wow.
And maybe wrapping the legs. And then dropping the hips. And then lifting the elbows. And slowly undoing all that. Sweeping the arms high. For hands on heart center. And into the asana. Woo! Hold on to that for a few. Breathe. Let go. Nice work. Let's come to our knees. Right, knees and feet come together, sitting back onto the heels or on a block between the ankles. Lengthen, open up. And then sit tall. Allowing that in breath and out breath to settle you, right? That you really and truly are aware. Just allowing that awareness to relax you as you sit up maybe a little taller. So feel free to pad the knees if need be. Let's come to stand on your knees, and then let's separate your knees about hip distance apart, right? And then curl the toes. So curling the toes brings the heels up a little higher. And then let's support the back bend as we're getting ready to really lengthen and open up. So hands to the small of the back. Spread your fingers. Give yourself as much support as you need. And then start to wrap the elbows in towards one another. Firm up your thighs. Then let's take the right arm and extend it forward. Then take it straight up to the ceiling. And wrapping that left elbow in. So let's reach there, but resist that urge to shrug. Take a deep breath. And then just start to press the hips forward. Begin to reach back as we round back. So opening, so not crunching in the lower back. So the middle and upper back's doing all the work. Again, wrapping that left elbow in, giving yourself as much support as you need. Feel free, if you want to keep your left hand right where it is, actually we'll stay there. We'll do another round. Just stay there and breathe. Good, let's take your gaze forward. And then let's take the right hand, right? To the small of the back. Wrap the right elbow in. Take your left arm and reach it forward. And then reach it high. Again, take a deep breath here. Let's reach. Wrapping that right elbow in. Start to round back. So not heavy in the lower back. So length there. So no weight being felt there. No crunching. Opening up the chest. Lengthening through the fingertips of the left hand. Good. Let's take your gaze forward. Keep your right hand where it is. Take your left hand to the small of the back before you started. And then wrap the elbows in, spreading your fingers. So as you engage the thighs, lengthen here, and then press the hips forward a bit, begin to round back. So just pressing the hips just a little bit, right? Opening up the chest, softening your throat, maybe closing the eyes. And then let's take your gaze forward. Let's uncurl the toes and have a seat lightly back onto the heels. Or block. It's all here. Feel free to close the eyes. Thank yourselves, guys, for being here. Right? Whatever took place during the course of your week or the course of your day. Thank Thank you so much for taking this time out. All right, here we go. Let's come to stand on the knees again, and then about hip distance apart. So you can curl the toes again, or not curl the toes again. And then both hands to the small of the back initially. So firm up the thighs. And then wrap that left elbow in behind you again. Take your right arm and reach it forward. And then take the right arm and reach it up. Take a deep breath. And then slowly, just assist the hips forward a bit, begin to round back. So the lift, the reach is still happening through the fingertips as you're rounding back, wrapping that left elbow in, giving yourself that support that you need. So your left hand can stay where it is. Check this out. You can either take that left hand off the hip. You're going to lift, start to reach the left hand, maybe towards the left heel. You can always curl the toes again. Now it's closer to you. Now you can hold on to it or not. So you might initially crunch in the back a bit, but then begin to press the hips again, begin to lengthen, and then start to reach back. Let's return the hand back to the small of the back, wrapping the elbow in, take your gaze forward again, and then let's switch. Again, firm thighs, spreading the fingers, wrap the right elbow in. Let's reach the left arm forward and reach it high. Take a deep breath. Let's reach and wrap that elbow in. Then start to press the hips forward, begin to round back, and no crunching again in the lower back. Softness in the throat. Your breath, most important, smooth it out. Maybe the left hand leaves the back. Starts to reach down the back of the leg, maybe for the heel. Maybe you need to curl the toes, both. And then take the right hand back to the small of the back, wrapping the elbow in, come back to center. Keep your right hand where it is, take the left hand, support it again. So just double up the support. So thighs are engaged, elbows are wrapping in, fingers are spreading, spine is lengthening on the inhale, and then slowly begin to press the hips, start to round back. Stay here in support, or release the support, right? Start to reach for the heels. And again, you might initially crunch in the back. It's not about how far you can bend backwards, but opening up your chest. So if there were a wall, and if you were against the wall, right, feel your hip points pressing that wall. So that's where you want to press forward and then begin to open. So pressing forward just so much where if you got the heels, if you let the heels go, you would just kind of slingshot forward. So that's what you want to experience. Soften your throat. And then hands back to the small of the back, gaze back to the center. And sit your hips back onto your heels. Very nice. Shift your hips off to either side. Just kind of line your backs. Switch it out when we started. Then hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze them in there nice and snug. Feel free to rock gently from side to side. And let's extend the arms out to the side. And then maybe shift your hips off to the right a bit. Just so where when you twist, drop your knees off to the left. Get your spine in the center of your neck. And then feel free to lift the shoulders, smooth out the material in your clothes. Maybe the shoulder blades, maybe they're like bunched underneath you. And then gaze. No particular direction. Maybe try them all out. Maybe look to your right. Maybe look up. Maybe look left. Start to notice what you experience within the options. And then just allow them to be what they are, options. No rightness to them or wrongness to them, or I used to or I like to. Just allow them to be options. Just to really notice without judgment what you feel. And then very gently, let's untwist. Shift the hips off to the left. Drop your knees.
off to the right. Do the same thing, lift, smooth everything out. So there's nothing all bunched up that's preventing you from just letting go. Allowing the relaxation of the out breath truly guide you to work for you. Nice. Let's untwist here. Let's hug your knees back into your chest. Squeeze them nice and tight. And as you squeeze, right, press into the hand grip. Hug the knees a little closer. Can you flatten out more of the torso, the back of the torso? Backs of the shoulders, can you allow them to take up a little bit more space to be felt by your mat? Same thing with the lower third of your spine. See if you can kiss that on the mat as well. Nice. Let's extend your left leg straight up to the ceiling. And then very mindfully, just begin to lower that firm left leg out in front of you. And then when the heel grazes the mat, can you firm up? Can you flex the toes a bit more? Can you draw your right knee out to the right a bit, and then see if you can avoid as much of the rib cage as you can. Start to hug the right knee back into your chest. Good. Let's hug your left knee back in. Squeeze them both, and then press into the hand grip for both. Then take your left leg straight up, hugging the left knee in. Take a deep breath, and then very slowly, no hurry to get there. Start to allow the left leg or the right leg to descend. And then eventually reaching for your mat. And then draw the left leg out to the left. Hug it in, flexing the toes of the right. Again, back of your body, your shoulders. Kiss the mat with them. And hug both knees in. So coming into plow pose, halasana, arms straight out in front of you, right, so palms down, knees to chest, or knees to chin rather, forehead, and then hands to the small of the back. You can also take your legs straight up. You can also come in a happy baby. If there's a different inversion you like to explore, if you've got a wall near you, you can take your legs up the wall. Create some space so you can breathe, right? Whether that be with your legs, whether that be with your hands. Just allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to listen. Allow yourself to let go, right? To notice. Allow yourself to trust the words that are not spoken, but are felt. And slowly begin to reverse out. Extending your legs out in front of you. Coming into fish. Before gently retreating totally on your backs. All body parts sit back, resting.